Hi, this is Michelle Sheran-Andrews. In this video, I will discuss the Calculating the Substitution, Income, and Total Effects of a Price Change help sheet. Before reading the help sheet, take time to recall each of these formulas, concepts, and definitions. Remember, this list is available on Sakai. Once you've done that, read the help sheet. This is a list of the concepts you should be able to understand after reading the help sheet. Take the time to explain each. After doing that, it's time to apply. Let's get some practice by working this problem. In this problem, we want to mathematically decompose the total effect of a price increase into both the substitution and income effects. To do that, we need to calculate three consumption bundles. Bundle A is the original consumption bundle. It's the bundle that maximizes utility given the budget constraint when the price of X is $1. To do that, we need to set the marginal rate of substitution equal to the marginal rate of transformation. So let's first calculate the MRS. Given the utility function, MUX is 1/2 X to the minus 1/2, and MUY is 1. So the MRS is 1 over 2x to the 1/2. The marginal rate of transformation is the ratio of prices. Originally, the price of X is 1 and the price of Y is 8, so the MRT is 1/8. Now let's equate these two slopes. Doing so shows that 1 over 2x to the 1/2 equals 1 over 8, so 2x to the 1/2 equals 8. Dividing through by 2 and squaring both sides gives us a value for X of 16. To solve for the value of Y, go to the budget constraint. Here, income is 48, so 48 equals the price of X, 1, times X, plus the price of Y, 8, times Y. We know that the value of X is 16, so plugging that in, we get 48 equals 1 times 16 is 16, plus 8Y. This means that 32 equals 8Y, and therefore Y is a value of 4. Now we turn to Bundle B. Bundle B is a hypothetical bundle. It represents the bundle that would be chosen if utility is held constant at the level of Bundle A, but the price of X in terms of Y is allowed to change to reflect the now higher price of X. Because the utility function has not changed, the marginal rate of substitution has also not changed. However, the price of X has changed, so now the MRT is 2 over 8, which is a larger 1/4. Again, we represent the tangency condition by setting the MRS equal to the MRT, which in this case tells us that 2x to the 1/2 equals 4. That means that x to the 1/2 is 2, and squaring both sides, we solve for x to be 4. Now, we cannot plug this into the budget constraint because Bundle B is on the compensated budget line, and we don't know the income for that budget line. What we do know is that the utility from Bundle B equals the utility from Bundle A. Utility in this problem is x to the 1/2 plus y. So for Bundle A, utility is 16 to the 1/2 plus 4, which equals 8. That means the utility from Bundle B also equals 8. X to the 1/2 plus y is now 4 to the 1/2 plus y, which is of course 2 plus y. So now we solve for y to get that y must be 6. Lastly, Bundle C. Bundle C represents the bundle that is chosen after the price of X increases. Again, the utility function has not changed, so I have the same exact MRS. Compared to Bundle B, the MRT has not changed. Therefore, the tangency condition for Bundle C yields the same result as that for Bundle B. What I now do, unlike bundle B, is plugged back into the budget constraint. Income is 48. The price of X is now 2. The price of Y remains at 8. So plugging in that X equals 4, I have 48 equals 2 times 4 plus 8Y, which means that 40 equals 8Y, and then Y must be equal to 5. Now I have the coordinates for bundle C. Now let's put it all together. The total effect represents what actually happens. And what actually happens is the consumer initially chooses bundle A and then chooses bundle C. So the total effect is from A to C. From A to C, X goes from 16 down to 4, which is a reduction of minus 12. From A to C, Y goes from 4 to 5, which is an increase of positive 1. The substitution effect represents movement from A to B. Hypothetically, what if we constrain utility to stay at the same level as bundle A, but we allow the choice the consumer makes to reflect the new relative price of X in terms of Y? Here, from A to B, X goes from 16 to 4, which is a reduction of 12 minus 12, and Y goes from 4 to 6, which is an increase of 2 plus 2. The income effect is a movement from B to C. From B to C, the relative price of X in terms of Y, the MRT, is not changing. What is changing is purchasing power. So what do we observe? We observe that from B to C, X doesn't change at all. X is 4 at bundle B and is 4 at bundle C. So there's no income effect on X here. Y, on the other hand, decreases according to the income effect, from 6 down to 5, or a change of minus 1. So what have we learned? We've learned that the substitution effect here shows what we would expect. Remember what happened. The price of good X went up. That means that the relative price of X in terms of Y, or the opportunity cost of buying X in terms of the Y that you have to give up, is bigger. That should induce a substitution effect, whereby the consumer substitutes away from X and towards Y, and that's exactly what we see happening. Away from X, towards Y for the substitution effect. At the same time, when the price of X goes up, the consumer feels poorer. Her purchasing power falls. In this example, given the preferences represented by the utility function, there is no income effect. That tells us that X is income neutral. Consumption of X does not respond to a change in income. And that's something that comes from this quasi-linear utility function form. Y, on the other hand, does respond. We see that the income effect has Y going down. So the price of X has gone up, making the person feel poorer. And how do they respond to the feeling of being poorer? They buy less Y, which reveals Y to be a normal good. We're not done yet. Go beyond the surface of the help sheet by analyzing and evaluating. Here's a list of things to consider to help you do this. Lastly, create by working these points. Again, bring your answers to recitation so you can share and compare with those of your classmates. This concludes the Calculating the Substitution, Income, and Total Effects of a Price Change video.